close your eyes for a second.
And imagine this.
You have a stable income. You pay your bills on time. You're not struggling to survive. And statistically speaking, you are doing better than most people on the planet. In fact, you're in the top 20% of earners. And yet, you still feel poor. You feel behind. You feel like no matter how hard you work, money just slips through your fingers. If that sounds uncomfortably familiar, stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why this feeling isn't a personal failure, and more importantly, what's really going on beneath the surface. Before we go any further, if content like this helps you see money and life more clearly, make sure you like this video and subscribe to Financial Reality. This channel is all about breaking financial illusions and talking honestly about money in a way most people don't. Subscribing now means you won. Miss videos that could genuinely change how you think about your financial future. Now, let's talk about the uncomfortable truth. Feeling poor while being objectively well off is one of the most confusing emotional experiences of modern life. Your grandparents probably never felt this way. If they had food, shelter, and some savings, they felt secure. But today, even people earning six figures often feel anxious, stretched thin, and financially behind. And this isn't because you're bad with money or ungrateful. It's because the rules of the game quietly changed, and nobody explained the new ones to us. First, let's understand what top 20% actually means. In the United States, being in the top 20% doesn't mean you're rich. It usually means you earn more than the majority, but you're still very far from financial freedom. You might be earning a decent salary, but you're also paying higher taxes, higher housing costs, higher insurance, and higher expectations. You're playing in a league where the costs rise faster than the rewards, and that creates constant pressure. One of the biggest reasons you feel poor is lifestyle inflation. This is the silent trap that catches almost everyone. When your income increases, your lifestyle quietly upgrades with it. A slightly better apartment, a newer car, eating out more often, subscriptions you barely notice. None of these things feel extravagant on their own, but together, they recreate the same financial stress you had when you earned less. You're running faster, but the finish line keeps moving. What makes this worse is that society normalizes this inflation. Social media constantly shows you what normal looks like at your income level. Vacations, home renovations, luxury brands, weekend getaways. Even if you don't consciously want these things, your brain absorbs them. You start feeling behind, not because you actually are, but because you're comparing your real life to everyone else's highlight reel. Another reason you feel poor is because security today is incredibly expensive. In the past, having a job meant stability. Today, even high-paying jobs feel fragile. Layoffs happen overnight. Industries change fast. Skills become outdated. So, even if you earn well, a part of your mind is always preparing for disaster. That constant background anxiety makes it feel like you never have enough, no matter how much you earn. Housing deserves its own moment here. For many people, in the top 20%, housing is the biggest source of stress. Rent or mortgage payments eat up a huge chunk of income. You may live in a nice area, but that comes with higher costs for everything else too. Property taxes, maintenance, utilities, insurance. You're paying a premium just to exist in the space that matches your income level. Then there's the invisible cost of convenience. Delivery apps, ride-sharing, meal kits, same-day shipping. These services save time, but they quietly drain money. When you're busy and earning well, time feels more valuable than money, so you trade without thinking. Over time, those small trades add up to thousands of dollars a year, and you're left wondering where your income went. Another uncomfortable truth is that being in the top 20% often means supporting more than just yourself. You might be helping family members, paying for kids' activities, saving for education, or caring for aging parents. These responsibilities don't show up in income statistics, but they show up in your bank account. And emotionally, they add weight that money alone can't offset. Let's also talk about debt. because this is a big one. High earners often carry acceptable debt, student loans, car payments, mortgages, credit cards with manageable balances. Because the payments are affordable, the debt feels normal. But debt creates a mental tax. It reduces flexibility. It turns future income into money that's already spoken for. Even if you're earning well, debt can make you feel trapped. There's also the issue of delayed gratification burnout. You're told to work hard now so you can enjoy life later. Save for retirement. Invest consistently. Be responsible. All good advice. But when later always feels far away, it creates emotional exhaustion. You're doing everything right, but you don't feel the reward yet. That gap between effort and enjoyment makes you feel poor, even when you're technically doing well. Another reason this feeling hits women especially hard is financial responsibility overload. Many women in higher income brackets are managing not just their own finances, but also household planning, budgeting, emotional labor, and long-term security for others. When you're carrying all that mental weight, money never feels abundant. It feels like a tool that's constantly being allocated, never enjoyed. And let's not ignore inflation. The cost of basics has risen faster than most salaries. Groceries, healthcare, childcare, insurance. These aren't optional expenses. So even if your income has increased, your purchasing power hasn't kept up. You're earning more on paper, but feeling poorer in real life. Social comparison makes all of this worse. When you're in the top 20%, you don't compare yourself to the bottom 80. You compare yourself to the top 10, the top 5, the people doing even better. And no matter how far you climb, there's always someone above you. That comparison loop steals satisfaction and replaces it with constant dissatisfaction. This is why at FinancialRealityOffical, we talk about emotional wealth as much as financial numbers. Because money alone doesn't determine how rich you feel. Clarity does. Control does. Alignment does. When your money aligns with your values, it starts feeling like it's working for you, not against you. So, what actually helps? First, redefining what enough means for you, not for social media. Not for your peers. For you. Enough isn't a number everyone agrees on. It's a feeling of stability, freedom, and peace. Without defining that, no amount of income will ever feel sufficient. Second, building visible progress. Humans need to see progress to feel motivated. That might mean tracking net worth instead of just income. Celebrating debt reduction. Watching investments grow. When progress is invisible, effort feels pointless. Third, creating guilt-free spending. When every dollar feels like it should go somewhere else, money becomes stressful. Allowing yourself intentional enjoyment actually reduces burnout and helps you stay consistent long-term. Fourth, limiting comparison, exposure. This doesn't mean quitting social media, but it does mean being aware of how much it shapes your perception of normal. Curate what you consume, or it will quietly reshape your expectations. And finally, understanding that feeling poor in the top 20% is not a personal flaw. It's a systemic outcome of modern economic pressure, constant comparison, and rising costs. Once you see that clearly, the shame disappears and clarity takes its place. If this video resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Comment below and share which part hit the hardest for you, or whether you've felt this invisible pressure despite earning well. Your comments help this channel grow and help others realize they're not alone. And if you know someone who earns good money but constantly feels broke, share this video with them. Sometimes understanding the problem is the first step toward finally feeling rich in the ways that actually matter. Thanks for watching Financially. Stay curious, stay aware, and I'll see you in the next video.